Hello and welcome to my super timely response to all these accusations going against me at Channel Billy. My name is Billy Michaud. You may think the Nostalgia Billy owns the channel, but no, it's me. I'm the one who owns the Nostalgia Billy. Got him right by the balls, I do. So if he wants to leave tough shit, I am in control. I am the Senate. Now obviously I can't respond to every accusation of sexual misconduct, lack of communication, and general incompetence. Because after all, that is valuable time I could be using for more sexual misconduct, lack of communication, and general incompetence. Right, accusation number 1. That I knew about a sexual deviant for over a year and employed them. This is clearly not the case. We knew about him from the start. We just wanted to keep employing him so we could deal with anyone who accused him of being a sexual deviant. We wanted to hear from a lawyer first before we decided maybe firing a sexual harasser would be a good idea. So obviously, you're in the wrong for having been assaulted by a sexual deviant. Next accusation. Apparently, the other founder of Channel Billy is even more of a sexual harasser. Is that even a term? Okay, I'm just gonna go with it. And that after he was fired, he continued threatening and harassing members of all the staff. Well, that's clearly untrue because I haven't heard of it, and if I didn't hear of it, it didn't happen. Also, he wasn't fired. He left completely voluntarily, because I would never fire the chief officer. That's just a bad business decision. Next accusation. Contributors to Channel Billy were not compensated for their work. Oh, that is absolute BS. They were paid an exposure because we hosted videos on a site no one goes to, as opposed to, I don't know, YouTube. And we also took their cut of the profits, so they would have been compensated if not for us. You're welcome. So logically that means they were compensated. It's just that we got the money instead. Oh, and they also say, well, we can't be compensated for Channel Billy's hosting site because there's a huge drop in traffic. Well, is it my fault that I invested everything into Bitcoin and Bit.tv? Of course not. It's Bitcoin and Bit.tv's fault for not bowing to my whims. They're also saying that anniversary crossover specials are our sole property and they will not be compensated for them. Well, yeah, obviously, they knew that going in. And besides, it's completely voluntary. If they volunteer not to show up for a crossover, I volunteer to not put any of their videos on the site and try to block any that aren't on the site. That's just business. And people are saying, oh, this is a misogynistic work atmosphere. Oh, come on. Current female staff have not been sexually assaulted yet, so therefore there is no sexual assault here at Channel Billy. Now, I think we can all move on from the accusations made by this lying strumpet who is vindictive and just wants to see me burn in a professional manner. I mean, come on, she's saying I'm the sole owner of Channel Billy. That's completely correct. But also, I'm not the Billy, I'm just the one who owns Billy, so suck it. Wait, does that make me a sexual harasser? I guess it does, but I just said I'm not, so there. Besides, I can't possibly be a sexist. When people have surgery that means they can't work, I just demand they work and then fire them rather than straight up firing them. You see, then it becomes the reason they refuse to work rather than they had surgery, which is a way more fireable offence. That's just good business. Also, we ask for opinions and approvals of rape scenes every single day of every single second, so that when negative feedback comes in, we can just ignore it and say, well, we got it, we just decided not to factor it in, so I guess you're going to have to make these noises. Now, these accusations also say we didn't do enough to protect people from abusive commenters, and we have a strict policy, but it's impossible to do it. That's not a parody, that's the actual philosophy of a whole bunch of websites. Like, there's no stopping the comment sections. Comment sections are just awful in general. I'm looking at you, YouTube. And people here are saying not a single person wasn't miserable. Well, as this script says, everyone had a great time, and they would have had to have a great time or else they would have been fired. Ha! Now people say I don't communicate. Well, what have I just been doing? I've been communicating how great a person I am. I'm so great, even Lex Luthor himself would look at me and say, Gosh, that sounds really petty and corrupt a business practice. Well, fuck you, Lex Luthor, and fuck everyone who's not me. My name is Billy Michaud. However the hell you pronounce it, I don't care. And wait, why is everyone leaving? Why is my only content goodbye videos? Please don't change the channel. I need the revenue to take away from starving YouTube artists.